You can call me Fee.
Yeah, I did the intro and forgot to hit start streaming. And I hit start streaming in the middle of it, so we're good.
Are we gonna roll that again? Are we gonna
Nope.
roll it again, Cole? No,
Nope.
we're doing it live! We're doing it live!
It's been a while since we've streamed. There's been a number of reasons for that. Primary reason, though, is I had an organ explode. Kind of.
It's never my fault. It's always Colby's fault.
That is mostly true. Yes.
It is always Colby. He's just like always. He's like, I'm ready to podcast, and then fucking a meteor hits his house.
It's true.
Something fucking goes wrong.
And then the volcano erupts, and I'm like, God.
Why did you even move where you moved? It just seemed like so much danger.
No, it's fine.
So much danger.
The danger was inside me all along.
I am the danger.
Yeah, my appendix is the one who knocks.
Oh God.
It like basically here's what happened. I wake up a week ago today. I wake up, I go to the bathroom. I'm like, it's morning, it's poop time. I'm ready to go. Like we're getting into the details here. And after about 5 minutes, I'm like, this must be a bad one, because I'm feeling really bad, and I can feel myself heating up in the way that you do where you're like, oh God, like, oh, something is wrong. And I'm like,
I've never felt that.
10 minutes goes by. I am like, I'm sweating now, and I'm like, oh God, oh my insides. I'm like, I feel nauseous. I'm like, what do I do? 15 minutes goes by. And my wife, like, I finally roll myself just onto the tile ground, and I'm just laying there, and I'm pouring sweat, and I'm making enough noise that my wife comes like and knocks on the door and is like, are you okay? And I was like, no, I'm not okay. But like, after laying on the tile ground for like 5 minutes, I guess I cooled my body off enough that I finally was like, okay, I'm all right enough to like get up. So I got up, and I like got dressed and was like, oh man, I don't know what's happening, but like, I don't feel good at all. And I laid down, and then, I finally get into the car. My wife is like, we got to go to the doctor. And I was like, yeah. Details? What? Like, give me more details about that. I was like, when? Where? Who? And they were like, today. Like, now. We've got to go to the doctor for you now. And I was like, oh, okay.
You need to go see a professional.
And so we like drop my kid off at daycare, and my wife is like, all right, I know you're feeling okay. And at that point I was feeling like I'm recovered. I'm over it. Like, I don't know what happened, but that was bad. I should probably see someone. But at this point I'm like, urgent care is probably okay. And my wife is like, well, what if they need to take some images? You're not going to be able to do that there. So like, let's just go to the hospital. Let's go to the ER. So I do. And I'm sitting in the waiting room, just like, waiting my turn. Another man comes in, and he's clutching his right hand side. He's like grabbing his tummy, and he's like, oh, while he's walking in, and his wife and their 3 kids is behind him. And, he's like, oh, here's my name, abdominal pain. And he like goes over to this chair and like lays down. It's like, and they like
extra about it.
I'm like, damn, that guy's in trouble. And so like the nurses come out and they're like, oh, Colby. And I get up and start walking toward them, and they like, I could see them look at me, and then they look at like Sad Man McLeod Boy, and they go, actually, why don't you hold on for a second, sir? Why don't you come back here? I was like, all right, probably fair.
You're like, look, we have the same problem. He's just being really extra about it.
He's just a little baby.
He's just being a little bitch. Just God.
He disappears in the back. I never see him again. I'm pretty sure he also had appendicitis, but way worse than I did.
The nurse doesn't know what happened to him. We never heard from him. I went to go ask the people at the counter, and they're just like, "What, man?"
They're like, "Who are you talking about?"
Fucking gaslight you.
So like
I bet at that point his probably actually burst inside of him.
Yeah.
Happen.
Well, the thing is, from what I understand, your appendix, like, it gets worse and worse and worse until it's like unbearably painful, and then it suddenly gets better. Like, you're just like, oh God, I guess I'm like through the worst of it. That's whenever it has popped. And that's actually when you need to like get into emergency surgery because you're gonna die within an hour. Like,
yeah, did yours pop?
Nope. Mine was okay, fortunately. Like I got into the back, they did a bunch of tests, they did a CT scan. Weird thing is now, do you know what my chart is?
Is it an app?
It is, yeah.
Sounds like an app, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like an app and like a website, and it's basically all of your medical stuff is just like in a website. Like you can just access it, which is great. Yeah. I never had that in Texas. And so like whenever they like made me sign up for it here, I was like, oh, this is kind of neat. So like I'm laying in a hospital bed, right, watching Mad Max Fury Road, and just hanging out with my wife. And I get this I get a test result back. Like it pushes the notification on my phone. It's like, you got a new test result. And I open it up and it's like, results of your CT scan. You've got this like weird intestine thing. And you've also got a fatty liver. Oh, and also you've got appendicitis, acute appendicitis. And I was like, I have appendicitis? What the fuck? The doctor comes in and they like mash on the side with the appendix. They like really like, ah! And I was like, oh, that's fine. Like, I don't feel anything. And they're like, huh. And so they go to the other side and they start mashing. They're like, ow, 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 ow. And they're like, that's weird. The pain's on the wrong side. But, yeah, I don't know. Doctor comes in. He's the surgeon who's going to do the job. And he's like, yeah. So I took a look at the CT scan. You know, if I was looking at the CT scan, I probably wouldn't have said appendicitis. Like, it's inflamed, but I don't know that it's, like, in a danger zone. So, like, I don't know. At this point, here's what you could do. Either I could send you home with a bunch of antibiotics, and if it gets worse, you come back to the hospital in a couple days, and then I cut it out. Or I could just cut it out now. And I was like, I mean, I then just fucking cut it out. Like, let's just cut it out now.
Like, yeah, why are we doing this roundabout bullshit?
Yeah, I guess some people are like, well, let's temper some expectations.
Well, I got a big fucking weekend ahead of me. I can't have my appendix out. I can't be in recovery. Yeah,
I like, you know, this was Friday before Memorial Day weekend, and I'm like, oh man, there's like this timing could not have been more bad for my wife. But like, you know, so like, what am I going to do? Like leave it in there and then on a like Saturday at midnight be like, take me in, I'm dying. So yeah, I'm like,
that would have been a lot worse.
I'm like, just fucking take it out. It's fine. And then I was like, am I going to be able to get out of here by 5? Cause we got to pick up my kid from daycare. And they're like, yeah, we could probably make that happen. So altogether, from like, oh man, my tummy's feeling really bad, and I'm like sweating on the tile floor. 10 hours later, I'm like leaving the ER, getting into my wife's car, and picking up my kid from daycare, and being like, oh yeah, don't touch dad, because I've got 3 incisions in me, and they're like healing. I can't pick you up for like a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Which was like crazy to me that it was that efficient.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I feel like getting your appendix out is one of those, like, it's not too invasive, and like they perfected it to like an art.
Yeah.
It's like, we just, you know, snip it in, go in there and fucking snip it out.
Yeah. Well, like the thing is, they even do it like, he was explaining to me is like, yeah, we go in laparoscopically now. which, if you don't know, is instead of making like one big fucking cut and like digging around in your organs with their hands, they make like one small cut in your belly button, another small cut below it where your pants are, and then a third one off to the side. And like one of them they put a camera in, and the other two they like, you know, Outlaw Star, where they've got like the arms that come out of the spaceship. They put those inside of the other two holes to like do the snipping and sewing and shit.
And so how do they take your appendix out?
They just yank it through the hole. Like it's an organ, and like, you know, they like tie it off, whatever, and then they just like pull it out.
That sounds very painful. Were you awake for this?
Nah. Nah.
Like, you're just like looking down. You're like, oh wow.
Oh shit. I told the anesthesiologist, I was like, can I like fight going to sleep? And she was like, you could try, but I've never lost. And I'm like, okay. And I was like, my goal is to get to 95. And sure enough, I'm like, all right, 100, 99, 98, 97, 96, 95. Ooh, I made it. And then I woke up. It was just, I said, ooh, I made it. And then nothing.
Like, what would have happened if you just kept counting and you're just like, oh wow, I'm past 90, and then you see them come in with the fucking, you're having like a dream though. you're like, you see them come in with like the tools, and then they're like, all right, he's ready to go, and then they start cutting, you're like, no, not. But then that's when you like wake up.
It's like sleep paralysis. You're like, oh
yeah, no. Oh god, I've heard people having like a type of sleep paralysis, or like being like not lucid, but like almost like lucid dreaming while you're getting surgery on you and seeing shit, which I think is crazy.
Yeah, it's fucked
I
up.
wouldn't want that. That's the worst nightmare to have.
Yeah, honestly, like having people be like, he can't feel this, it's fine, and you're like screaming inside, but nothing's coming out. Yeah,
I don't want that. No, thank you. That's why I never go to the doctor.
Just gonna die. Like, yeah, I'm gonna be like, I don't feel so good. Well, I hope this resolves itself.
I hope I die at work. I can blame it on them. If I feel really, really bad, I'll go to work anyway, and then like pre-write a note and be like, oh, I wasn't like this before I got here.
Oh no, that must be the chemicals.
Yeah, they got me.
The work chemicals.
There's not even work chemicals, just fucking crude oil.
Yeah. I got too much oil in me.
They said take as much as you want, and I did, and they didn't say I couldn't drink it.
They didn't say I couldn't eat it. Man. I thought it was just black Velveeta.
I just thought it was really thick tea. God, that sounds pretty awful.
Yeah.
I was really upset. Like I was not like scared for you, but like I was like, oh man, that sucks for Colby and my mom, my sister. I'm like, yeah, but we're supposed to podcast today. He's being a real bitch about it. Yeah. I was like, I was in a fucking state, like because I was like, we went into the ER, and there was a part of me that was like, I told my work, I sent a text to my boss, and I was like, hey, you know, blah blah blah, like I'm in the hospital right now, and he was like, cool, like do whatever you need to do. But the way that I worded it was like, I have a family emergency and we're going to the ER. And so he sent me a text like a couple hours later and was like, hey, this thing is happening, and like we want some like guidance on this thing. Are you going to be able to like join a call? And I was like, maybe join a call. And then I was like, the fuck? No, I'm in a hospital bed. No. What, did you just tell him that you got your appendix out?
I told him that I got diagnosed with appendicitis. So he's like, oh, never mind. I'll take care of it. Don't worry. I was like, okay, good.
He's like, so is that a yes? Is that a no?
Yeah, so you're in, right?
Dude, my sister was, because I went to go have lunch with my sister, right, today. And she was telling me the same thing. She works at a daycare. And right now, because she's the head teacher, because they can't keep people working there for whatever reason, she's one of the lead teachers.
they were having like a meeting today, and she was like, but I gotta go get my son at 5, and the meeting's like at like 5:30 or something, like 5:30 or 6. And she was like, oh, if I tell them this, they'll just let me fucking slide. And they were like, yeah, no, that's fine. She was like, what is? They're like, yeah, go pick him up, then come back.
Yeah, go pick him up and bring him back.
And she was like, oh, okay, fuck.
Oh, shit. Damn it, I forgot I work at a daycare.
So yeah, like, sometimes I don't think jobs don't care. Like, they get upset. Like, it's inconveniencing them that you're like hurt or injured.
Like, wow, you're gonna like, yeah, so I've got to find coverage for you, or you like, you can't call around and ask other, but you're like, I'm fucking dying right now. You can't be on the phone.
I'm with my attorney. I'm filling out my last right. I don't know. Like, I think that's justified not to do any work, and like, I bet your wife was just like, that son of a bitch. He fucking burst it on purpose, so that way he doesn't have to work this weekend.
Dude, okay, so like the timing for my wife was awful. My wife went to a conference, and came back like Wednesday night, I think. Was home Thursday, and then Friday is whenever the appendectomy happened. And so, like, we're sitting in the hospital, and my wife was like, actually, it's pretty lucky that I'm here. And I was like, oh my God, you're right. Jesus. What if this all happened, like, while I'm by myself in the house? Like, I'm laying on the floor, like, my kid is like, Dada, come get me. And I'm like, I can't.
Dad, I gotta go to school. He just fucking runs up to you and starts like kicking you in the side. God, I wouldn't know. The only kid we have in here can't walk.
Yeah.
Lucky me, right?
Yeah, that's a fortunate age. Like, kids at that age, they take a lot of work because you got to like wake up every few hours to like feed them and change them and stuff. But like, also, side benefit, you could just put them on the floor and they can't move, so you just go do whatever and they won't move.
Heck no. My nephew Easy, he'll be a year in August, July. He'll be a year in July, but that homie fucking moves.
Oh, at that age he's definitely crawling.
He has been like crawling and like out and about, like he's fucking wacky, dude. He's already eating like big boy food, and I'm just like, how is he doing all these things? He's not a year.
Yeah.
And my mom's just like, well, he's a fast learner. Like,
yeah. Oh, he's got big bones.
He's got big bones. And the funny thing is, he's not like a big guy, but like, dude, that homie can like demolish like rice and beans and carnita. And I'm just like, should we be feeding them that? And my sister's like, that's fine. He loves eating that shit.
Yeah.
He loves eating cookies. I'm like, cool.
Okay, sure.
So yeah, like, it's funny hearing like the stories when my sister's telling me, about my nephew just doing like stuff, and I'm like, he seems too young for that, but
yeah, sure.
Listen, I don't have to take care of him at all. Like, every once in a while he can hang with me. That's what he does. But for the most part, not my kid, I'm not parenting. I'm not saying I do anything different.
Yeah.
It'd probably be the same. It's just different strokes for different folks. What I say.
Yeah. That's what I say. I made that up.
That's my motto. Whoever says that I didn't make it up, they're a fucking liar.
And they've got to pay me money.
They got royalties. I have a trademark.
Yeah. That's how it works, man.
Anyway, yeah, for the most part, we haven't been podcasting. Colby's been, every time we got one, Colby's like, I've got ass pain.
Yeah.
Appendix.
My ass hurts so much all the time. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, he's just, God. So now that we're podcasting, like, it's so great again. But like, this week, I'm gonna be so busy, right?
Mhm.
We're getting to Switch 2, homie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Switch 2.
You want to know something crazy?
What?
So I got a call from GameStop, and they were like, "Hey, yeah, so like like, are you coming to pick up the Switch 2 like as soon as you can?" And I was like, "Yep." And they were like, "Cool. So yeah, you have to come during the day to like confirm your receipt, and then show back up around like we're gonna open the doors at 9 p.m. and that's whenever you can pick it up. We'll be open for like 30 minutes, and you could pick it up and then go home." And I was like,
Wait, on Wednesday?
"Yeah." I was like,
Oh, fuck.
9 p.m. Oh, that's right. 9 p.m. here is midnight on the East Coast, which is technically the day that it comes out. So a midnight release on the East Coast is a 9 p.m. release here, which kicks ass. That's like,
You're lucky, dog.
man, like, because I was completely like, okay, I have been going to bed at like, 11 p.m. the past like, 6 months. I was like, I'm going to be dead ass tired after I get the Switch 2, but like, I'm still going to get it. I'm still going to be, I'm going to be right up in there. And then,
Oh, man, after this podcast, I'm calling GameStop, see when I can go.
yeah, dude, maybe 11.
Ah?
Yeah. But yeah, now I'm like going to get it at 9 and then I like go to bed on time. It's going to be great.
I would say you're like, oh, I'm getting it at 9. It's way earlier than you, but it's going to be like the same time.
It's going to be the
so-
exact same time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. Except you you get to play it before like the wee hours in the morning. I'm gonna like hook it up at like midnight. If I go tomorrow night, I'm gonna hook it up at like midnight and I go to bed till like 3.
Hell yeah.
Just we play Mario Kart and maybe buy like an indie game or something.
Hell yeah. I mean, you got to play Mario Kart.
Oh fuck yeah. You gotta hit me up with that extra family.
Yeah, the family plan.
Yeah, you gotta hook me up with your account so I can get on there for free.
Part of the fam.
Part of the family.
Yeah, I
feel like I think I got a pro controller. I'm not sure.
I did. I know that you got a case too.
Yeah, I got a case. I got the bundle console,
Mm-hmm.
and I think I got a controller, but I'm not sure. I don't remember. I don't have the receipt around me. And I think I only have like $100 and something down, but I'm just gonna go pay it off.
Hell yeah.
Tomorrow if they let me. I've been saving the money in my bank, so that I just didn't want to have to make a trip to Portland. Like,
Yeah.
10 minutes away.
God.
Oh, dude, but that's so funny because like I drove to Portland today just to go eat Jack in the Box with Jess because they opened the new Jack in the Box opened, and I was like, oh fuck, I haven't had Jack in the Box in years.
Hell
and
yeah.
it was just okay.
Yeah, that's Jack in the Box for you.
Yeah, but I was excited. I haven't had it in a while.
Listen,
And-
it's something
and
new.
better- Look, it's better to go when they first open because everything's still clean.
Yes.
So you have like the cleanest food that you're ever gonna have at that location.
Everything is clean and people still care and it's like still exciting. If people are like, oh yeah, this is great. Like people are nicer. Like the staff is nicer because people are nicer to them. Like I remember whenever the Chili's opened up in Portland and for like a year, it was like, damn, like going to Chili's, the food's good. Everybody's having a good time. Everybody's like fucking hanging out, having fun. It's like one of the only like casual restaurants that's like relatively popular in the area. Like hell yeah. And then it took a couple years, but like it got to the point where you go in, they're like, yeah, I want to Chili's. You're like, yeah, fuck you too. give me my triple dipper, asshole.
Give my goddamn triple dipper and my quesadilla. Jeez.
And fuck it up like you usually do, because I know you will.
Just spit on it. You know what? Just spit on me.
Yeah.
And just bring it out to me. I already know what you do. What's it called? No, like Chili's used to be the big one there in Portland. That was like the only kind of big restaurant that was like close by to us, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like people shit on Chili's like online, and I'm like, why?
I don't know.
It's not like high class, but it's pretty good.
It's good. Yeah, I like it.
People shit on a lot of stuff, but now Portland's got like a bunch of restaurants because like they're expanding because all the refineries are around it.
Mm.
So like you got Chili's, you got Applebee's, Olive Garden just opened. They're gonna open
shit.
a Mr. Gaddy's.
Oh, weird.
Yeah, I know. We got that Jack in the Box that just opened. We got a Chipotle and a Five Guys now.
Shit.
They put that new Target. They're building another a little outlet center. Like it's crazy. Like the options are like getting so big. And do we get that down where I live? Fuck no, we don't get shit. We got
No, of course
$1. we got a Dollar Tree, and then like a month later they announced that it was going under the company. I was like, well, what the fuck?
What the fuck?
Exactly. I was like, hey, I go in there sometimes.
They built a whole new
really.
Dollar Tree, and then we're like, well, here's some garbage for you. Bye.
Basically, oh, I hate it. Like, it's fine, but like, people online, like these content creators, like I watch this content creator called Gabby Bell, right? This YouTuber. I don't know if you know who she is.
Nope.
She's like a small, like little like influencer. She just talks about like random shit. I like watching her. She did like a pizza review, about like local pizzas and had them delivered to her house. And she talked shit on like Pizza Hut and Domino's and stuff like, oh, these taste awful. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, what pizza did you grow up on that these taste like awful? And like just other like people, they're like, oh, this tastes like bland and like, oh, this is just grease. I'm like, well, what the fuck did you expect?
Yeah.
I'm like, I didn't know you were getting fucking Grimaldi's delivered to your house.
Yeah, shit.
I'm like, these are like fast food. Like, you knew what you're in for. Why did you expect it to taste like something grand? It's good and fast. That's what it's meant to be.
Yeah.
And these people act like, oh, you're paying like $30 for like a pizza and wings and a drink, and this is what you get. I'm like, what did you want?
Yeah.
I feel like these people on YouTube that do it are like, I don't want to say like bougie, but like they act like they're better than fast food.
Mm-hmm.
And they act like they're better than products. Like, cause even I'll watch like someone like PBG, right?
Mm-hmm.
And his second channel where he reviews food, and he's like, oh, that just tastes like sugar, or like that just tastes like whatever. But what the fuck did you expect it to taste like, Peeves?
It's dessert.
Like, what do you eat on a normal basis that's so much more refined?
It's candy, like, you fuck. What do you want?
Yeah. Like that, I watch all these YouTubers and like it makes me mad, but I'm just like, God, they're so like out of touch, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's like a millionaire ordering like a pizza, and he's like, oh, how droll! This slop is nothing like my.
Where's my fork?
Where's the caviar? Fucking like, it seems out of touch, and like for the most part, a lot of YouTubers now are out of touch. Like all the big ones that I watch, of course, they're like millionaires.
Yeah, of course,
and they're well off. But like, even like, what were you doing before you were like a YouTuber? Like, what did you eat? That this is trash now.
I think a lot of it just has to do with like where you are now, because people don't really have a concept of like, oh yeah, like, because you'll hear people talk, especially like people that got well off, like people that became rich. They're like, oh yeah, when I was a kid, we would eat like Hamburger Helper and whatever, and like if you fed them that dish, they would be okay with it because it's nostalgic. But if you fed them something adjacent to that dish, they would not be, because they're not used to eating that anymore. So I think it has more to do with like what you're used to at the time. And that, like, okay, so good example. We moved up here, and like we moved from Austin, which is like within the realm of Texas, is not the top city for tacos, but like it's got good tacos, right? They're serviceable. They're delicious. Maybe not authentic and maybe not like, the best, but like they're good. And then I moved up here, and we have a chain called Taco Time. And we did a taste test. We were like, you know what? We're going to get like chicken tacos and like nachos and a Crunchwrap type thing from Taco Bell. And then we're going to get the same thing, like as close as we can from Taco Time. And we're going to compare the two. And dog, people up here don't know how to fucking season food. They it's like they're afraid of salt. It's insane.
Do y'all not have like Cuminos up there?
No.
What the fuck?
I mean, we have there's a couple of taco trucks and stuff like at gas stations. But even those are like, I don't know.
I don't know about that. Like, cause you can usually tell like whenever a taco truck is like run by somebody who like gives a shit and like somebody who knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
And I get that vibe from a couple of them. I haven't had the opportunity to like just go in and try because again, like because my wife and kid are both vegan, it's like, well, I have to find a taco truck then that also has vegan stuff, and like you're not gonna get that at a food truck.
Not like a food truck.
Yeah, well, I mean, like basically any like taqueria, like there's a couple of places around here that are like, oh, we're like Mexican food. The biggest red flag, I refuse to eat anywhere now that on their menu says enchilada sauce. Like, you don't know what the fuck you're doing then. I like that tells me you're catering to white people Mexican food, and that's not what I want.
Yeah. You're like, I want see, this is why you shouldn't have moved all the way up to Seattle, because now you're like, oh, I know what you're doing. You're like, fuck, I lost all, like, I moved to a better place, but at what cost? Because now you have like just pale limitations. You're so used to like eating the good food down here that people like make by scratch or whatever. Or, like they know how to make it just by heart.
Yeah.
And now you're going up there and people actually kind of have to learn to cook that way.
Yeah, dude, it's fucked up because like, I was a little hesitant because I don't want to be like, you know, I was talking to some friends and I'm like, yeah, you know, the food like in the Seattle area, it's just like, it's like not quite as good as like Austin. And they were like, oh, Seattle's not a food city. No, the food here sucks dick. And I was like, oh, so you know then? And they were like, yeah, no, we all know. I was like, damn.
We all know. I mean, we just come to terms with it.
You just got to cook at home because just like everything's expensive and it's all bland. I'm like, all right, well.
Like, oh my god, I don't know. I couldn't like if I went up there and like if I like ate at like some food truck or whatever and they're just like, oh man, you know, try this, and I try it. I'm like, this is like in front of them. I'll be like, this is great, and then you know, get back in the car. I'm like, oh,
what the fuck?
Like,
it's just nothing.
What was that?
It's like,
yeah,
it's just like tapioca. But like, here's the thing, like to go back to like, you know, oh, this food is shit. I tried Taco Time again after my appendectomy actually, because like by the time we got done doing bedtime, I was like in bed. I wasn't feeling great. It was like past 9. Not a lot of places are open. And so like we got delivery from Taco Time. And I was like, okay, like cheese is pretty good. This like chicken's pretty good. And I'm like, nice. That's like nice. And then it sort of dawned on me. I was like, oh, it's because I haven't had good tacos in so long that I'm like accepting this. And I'm like, this is actually not bad.
You like the slow realization, like I'm losing my taste.
Like,
I'm losing what makes things good.
No, fuck. Yeah, it's like, yeah, and fast forward to me in 3 years, and I'm like, do you want some more of this like flavorless pudding? It's delicious.
You want this gray slop?
You want some Soylent? My favorite.
This is, oh man, I like to squeeze a little lemon on it. Oh, great.
Yeah.
What's it called? Like, I went to a food festival 2 weeks ago.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And it was like a anime food festival. It was like a mini convention, right?
Mm-hmm.
In this mall in San Antonio, which is apparently, according to the guy I went with, he was like, "This is the nerd mall," or like, "This is the weeb mall," and yeah, they had like live sumo wrestling, and you know, there was like an artist alley right before you go out to where the food is. And it was all like really like cool. Like I bought some stickers, and people were selling art. People were cosplaying.
Fuck it.
Like, what the fuck? Yeah, I was like, okay. And at the food festival, they had like a bunch of like Japanese street food, like Filipino street food, and you know, a lot of like cool street food. It was the first time I ever tried Japanese fluffy pancakes. Right?
Oh yeah.
And I was like super excited. I was like, oh fuck yeah. And they were like cheap. They're like $5, and they give you like 2 like pancakes and like some fresh fruit, and they put some like powdered sugar on it. And I was like, oh hell yeah. And then like I tried it. It's just eggs. It just tastes like eggs.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, I was like, that kind of not ruins it for me, but it's kind of like I don't know how to put it. Like I wasn't I was expecting like more of like a sweet pancake taste, and instead I got scrambled eggs.
Yeah.
Breaded scrambled eggs.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, it didn't have the texture of eggs, but it had the taste of it. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, I ate it. I didn't complain. I was like, this is still good. It's just, why call this a pancake?
Yeah.
But I also had kebabs, and they were really good. He had like he had these capybara, buns that were filled with chocolate. Those were really good.
Hell yeah.
And a big like snow cone, and all the food that they were selling there was really good. It was hot though. And I wanted to get the Spam fries that they were selling, but I was just like, I already had like 4 kebabs. I'm like, I don't really need any more. Because I wanted to eat those pancakes. All in all, I think it was really good. The place was really good. The funniest thing I saw there was they were selling like Wagyu hamburgers.
Ooh.
I was like, oh, I really want to try that, but I was just like, maybe next time.
Yeah.
Because for sure I'll go again. But at that Wagyu restaurant, it was ran by like, I'm guessing Japanese people, like these old Japanese ladies.
Mm-hmm.
They had these banners that said Wagyu burgers, like authentic.
Mm-hmm.
And they had pictures of Luffy on it.
Hell yeah.
It wasn't official. It was AI generated Luffy.
No.
AI generated meat, and then on the other side, it was him eating an AI generated hamburger.
No.
And I was walking by. I was like, oh my god. I'm like, and I told him, I was like, hey, look, they fucking AI generated those pictures. He's like, oh my god. He's like, they did. He's like, why though?
Why? Yeah.
And I go, I guess they couldn't afford to buy a banner with. They probably had like a banner maker, and they did it on the cheap.
Mm-hmm.
So they did it that way instead of buying, I guess, a custom banner.
God.
But people like get really upset about AI art, and I'm just like, they're old. They probably don't. They're not like in the zeitgeist. They don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, they get a pass because the burgers smell good, and I don't like. They weren't doing it for. They weren't. The banner is not for profit. It's just for.
Yeah.
It's for show.
Yeah.
So they got a pass. I thought it was funny.
The thing is, like, weird thing about Wagyu burgers. I like the first time that I had a Wagyu burger. I used to work at Intel way back in the day. And the first time that I had a Wagyu burger is they opened up, like, we had our own cafe with our own, like, chef. And it was like, I mean, probably the most incredible work cafe I've ever been to. And they were like, oh yeah, we've got like Wagyu burgers with like butter lettuce you could put on top. And I was like, damn, this is fancy. And I ate it and I was like, that sure shit is a burger. That's just a burger. It's just, you don't have to put Wagyu on it. It's just a burger. Just a burger, guy. I don't need the word Wagyu.
I think for like, if you cook meat enough, like just on a grill, it just a burger. Like if you're gonna get Wagyu, you gotta cook it like medium rare on a flat iron.
Yeah.
Or a cast iron skillet and do like steak like.
Yeah.
I think Wagyu burger. They probably didn't get like a premium one. They probably just got like the cheapest one because in Japan they'll do that. Like Chris Broad has like talked about in like the tour series when you first get there, they'll be like, "Oh, this is all Wagyu." But it's not. It's Wagyu by name, but it's not like the premium cuts. It's just like it's the cheap cuts. But they know that the name will sell it, make it more.
Well, and whenever you cook a burger, like you heat up like the meat and the fat, and the fat just like drains out of it. Yeah. And the whole point of Wagyu is that like there's more fat in the burger,
And it's like, okay, you can accomplish that with any beef, though. Like, if I wanted like a burger that had more fat, just like it's 75-25, I guess. Like, it's not. It's
Just
the
big
burger.
round chuck, baby.
Yeah, the burger experience is not like you go like if you're doing Wagyu, you go for like a steak or like a kebab or like a hot rock type thing, like a strip
Or
of meat.
topping how they do it where in Japan where you have like all the accoutrement and they bring you the little stove and you just like fucking flash cook it
Yeah.
for 5 seconds. Just
Good shit.
good shit. Good shit. But yeah, no, did that and next time I'll try it. I've been busy, been doing I'm gonna go to San Antonio this weekend.
Hell yeah.
Gonna go to a thing called First Friday, which I've never heard of, but apparently it's some kind of like festival they do every month. I got a lot of towns do it. I didn't know Corpus
They do,
did it.
yeah. There's like it's like an art walk. There's like there's like sometimes music. There's sometimes like like different artist stuff to do. It's cool, yeah.
Yeah, because the dude I'm talking to, he is an artist and an English teacher. And I have the worst grammar.
It's crazy. Honestly, it's crazy to me that like he talks to you and is like, I like you enough that that like I'm gonna forgive the sins that you're committing right now.
He's really nice, right? Just maybe he doesn't want like. I told him before we started talking. I was like, look. You're a college level English teacher, and I have the worst grammar. I hope I don't make you too mad. And he's like, no, I don't care. I was like, oh, there you go.
Oh, okay, that's great. It's great. And then like you fast forward like 5 months, and you're just like you're in a restaurant, and he's like, it's just I before E, except after C, usually. Come on.
But you just forgo that and misspell everything.
Just screaming at you. People are like looking over like, what the fuck? This guy is like, and then he's like, oh, you judge me. You haven't seen his fucking texts.
Wait till you read what he is. It's not even bad. It's just a nightmare. There's no punctuation. I don't use punctuation.
I know.
I just don't, and I don't care if I don't. That's the thing. I've always maintained that if I am talking with friends or if I'm talking with like people I know online through text, punctuation is like not important because you know what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're reading it, you're just like, oh, you've misspelled that word. There's no period. How do I know when the sentence ends? Like, who cares? Really? Like, who cares?
For the most part, yeah. There are definitely times where you type something and I have to read it 4 or 5 times before I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about in this? But to be fair to you, most of the time that happens, it's whenever you're doing speech to text and you don't even check. You're just like, You say a thing and then you just fucking hit send and throw your phone out a window. You're like, fuck it, I did my job.
Most of the time it's because like I'm driving or something. I'm driving or I'm doing something else and I'm like, he'll get it.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
So yeah, I'm bad at grammar. And he is fine with that, so, you know, who cares? Who cares what you think?
Who cares?
He's a really cool thing he's doing is he is finishing an art project that'll be on display at like a museum.
Oh, cool!
On Thursday. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked to see how that turns.
That's awesome, man.
He's a cool guy. He's a really cool guy.
Yeah.
And
he's talking to you. This is like crazy.
Oh, he picked you?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Jeez.
I don't know how that fucking came to be. That's crazy.
Listen, sometimes like dating apps just kind of work in my favor. And I wasn't even on like when it was Facebook. Facebook has like a dating thingy inside of it. Mm-hmm. And I had a profile and he liked it.
You went, well then.
Yeah, and I was just like, okay. I liked it back. And we started talking, and we talk all the time now.
Nice.
I mean, I've already seen him a couple. Well, we already visited each other a couple of times. So I'm gonna see him again this weekend. It's gonna be great.
Hell yeah.
I've also been like, God, without podcasting or without talking to you, I've been just doing a lot of like. There's been a lot of stuff going on, right?
Yeah.
Like new games. I haven't been on my computer much besides playing Clair Obscur, and that game's fucking wicked.
Nice.
Clair Obscur is so good, and I beat it. And then I haven't been on my computer, but I've been on my PS5. Some games been coming out. I've just been getting into my backlog. Games are getting so expensive right now.
Yeah.
So I've been just I've been coasting off of games I get for free off the PS Plus subscription and Xbox Game Pass. And honestly, like, why even buy new games? Like, there's nothing I really want.
Yeah.
Besides the Switch 2, that one's coming out, and that I've been contemplating turning the Switch 2 into like my indie machine.
Oh yeah.
But by just you know, I will get third part all the first party like Nintendo games that I want, and I'll put it on the Switch 2.
Yep.
And then I will just put all my indies on top of the Switch.
Yeah.
And that's how I'll play them. See, because like I got a laptop now, and I'm like, well, I play like bigger games on that one, like games that I can buy like other stuff. And my PS5, like I will use my PS5 and my PC to play like bigger new games that I want, that I don't need on the go, that I can get anywhere besides the Switch. But it seems now that the Switch 2 is powerful enough that it may just be getting more third-party titles come out on it, right?
Yeah.
So like now when games come out, and if they're not like exclusive, you could just get them on the Switch.
Yeah.
Which I find crazy now. Like, what's the point of owning like separate consoles? I think we've had this conversation before. Other like you could own two console, like you can own a Switch and a PC, and you'll pretty much have every game that comes out.
Yep. Pretty much. Or a Switch and PlayStation, like.
But you still have those Xbox only games that come out.
That is true.
There's not a lot that comes out. But...
Yeah, there's not a lot there. And there's not a lot that like is PC exclusive either. Like usually they'll come out on another console, but like obviously you've got like the top tier of our first party games stay here and you're going to pay for them full price. Like that's Nintendo. Yeah. And then below that you've got Sony, where it's like, oh yeah, we've got a few titles, like a few studios that are like only Sony. So like Spider-Man, fucking Last of Us, like God of War, and those eventually sometimes come to PC, but they never really come to Xbox. Yeah. And then you've got the titles that show up on Xbox, but they usually show up on PC immediately. Yeah. And eventually they migrate to PlayStation sometimes.
Yeah, and now Xbox is going to do a thing where they're going to start releasing titles on the PlayStation 5. And they probably won't be simultaneously. Like, they're not going to put the new Halo out and put it on PS5 the same day, but it'll probably be like a couple of months. And, like, honestly, why own an Xbox? Like, if Xbox puts out a new console and they open up to the UI to where it's just I want to say low-end gaming PC, but it's just a gaming PC, and it can play like everything new. The graphics will run good, but it also has a Windows interface. Like that's the ticket, right? Just keep selling it the same price as like the new Xbox, like $500 or so. I think that would turn everything around for Xbox, because not only do you have the console, but like it'll be like the Steam Deck where you can go into the Windows mode. And I think that would benefit them, because then people can customize their Xbox any way they want, and then they can buy third-party stuff to install in it, or Xbox can make their own brand of like graphics cards or whatever to put in a console, or like extensions. I think that's what Xbox needs.
So the thing is, the original Xbox was that. like the original Xbox was a home computer basically that had like a custom chip inside of it.
Yeah.
Like if you open up an original Xbox, it's just a whole ass hard drive. Just a regular hard drive is in there, and it's just a computer. Like it's really easy to put emulators on it because it's just a fucking computer. And so like the way that Xbox really took off was with the 360 and specifically with like Xbox Online. All of Xbox Live just really brought people together in a way where they're like, oh yeah, we're all going to hop on Xbox. We're all going to play fucking Halo. We're going to play COD. And that was whenever Sony really fucking fumbled the bag and they made a console that was too expensive. And then they came back for PlayStation 4 and like really took a giant bite out of Xbox because of Xbox was like, correctly, I will remind everyone, was like, yeah, we think people are going to mainly move to like digital stuff. So like, yeah, we're going to be digital first. Like you could buy a disc, but like, you know, we're going to like lock it to your account. And then if you need to share it, you can like share it with a friend for up to like X amount of days. Like, yeah, it'll be just like Steam, but like you could share stuff.
Looking at that back nowadays, how everyone like reacted negatively.
Mm-hmm.
It's so different, right?
Yeah.
Because like nowadays, like I don't want a physical collection. I want like my digital collection.
Mm-hmm.
And then sharing with people just like for a few days. That's cool.
Yeah.
Like Xbox was on the cusp of it, and people laughed at them.
Yeah.
People like fucking shunned them. But like nowadays, like I wonder where that guy is, because he's just like y'all laughed at me.
You all laughed.
Because like nowadays, like digital's the way to go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Digital's the way to go. Like they sell consoles without even a physical like disc reader.
Yeah.
Which can have two like good or bad things. Like having a disc drive is great for game preservation.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, like cataloging stuff. And the bad thing about it is digital games, like you could save like all those games on like hard drives or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can do the same, but you won't have like the physical collection. But the thing is now physical games are starting to release where the game is not even on the disc.
Yep.
And people are like getting mad at that and like, well, why even make a physical copy if you're just giving like the unlock key on the disc and downloading it digitally? Like there's no point.
Yeah. And they're right too. Like what is the point of doing that?
I just think like gaming right now is in like such a state to where they've kind of reached the peak of like discs and stuff where they're like moving to digital because it's easier.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think there's a way to get past that.
Mm-hmm.
Even Switch 2 with their cartridges. People made such a fucking stink about having games that you buy the physical copy and it has like a key to unlock the game on the console. But it like turns out that like only some of the game is on the cart and you have to download the rest to a console.
Yeah.
People are making a big stink about that. And I get it. Like if people are like don't have online or whatever, like you want to play these games offline. I mean, if you download it on the console, you could play it offline anywhere. It's just that if you're getting it like brand new and you're getting a game brand new, like it kind of throws the game not trading, like the secondhand gaming market into like a tizzy, right?
It does, yeah. Which is like, I don't know if that's definitely the intent, but like I imagine that like game makers like, you know, Xbox and PlayStation and Nintendo look at GameStop and they're like, $1.2 billion in profit on shit we made, and we're not seeing most of that money because you're doing used games. I don't fucking know about that. Like,
yeah, I think they should just kind of forego physical games. I think I mean, yeah, you can have it. put the disc reader in the games and do just like special editions that you can buy that come with cool stuff that will be physical. But I think digital should definitely be the way to go. And I think they should all look on pricing, right? Because pricing's a big thing in the gaming industry. And I don't think a digital game, honestly, should cost like $80 or like $90. If it's just, you're not getting anything but the game. I think they should take like a big hard look at it and be like, I think we could, if we price this lower, more people will buy it. Right. And I think it'll work in gaming's favor, because they're like, oh, but if we price it too low, we're not gonna make things back. Well, then stop putting out all these these physical copies. Just make special editions and throw them out there. I mean, yeah, on the secondhand market, people are gonna scalp them, but like no one's gonna go for that that much. Only collectors. I think if you're gonna like make a digital game, keep it like 60 or 70 flat. Even for like a digital deluxe game that comes with like a digital soundtrack or like DLC or whatever, 60 to 70 bucks is like very standard and like it's like a sweet spot, I think. And I think they would get more sales, because like anything over that is it almost makes, because the companies are trying to make it seem like gaming is a luxury, where it really is, but like it shouldn't be that much of a luxury.
The thing is, the price of like, so I can remember whenever games went up to $60, which was like around PlayStation 3 time, and people were fucking livid. They were like, I'm never going to pay $60 for a game. And then they were like, well, now it's $69.99 for a game. And people were like, I'm never going to fucking pay $70. You go fuck yourself. And I think a lot of people got up in arms about the Donkey Kong game being $90, except that it's not $90, it's $80. And I think this is just another $10 leap. And this is in line with inflation. This is in line with like the cost of goods now. And this is unfortunately in line with like how many people it takes to make a really good, really polished game. Like nowadays, because of the graphics that you need, like doing multi-platform support, like it's harder to make a game, and it's harder to make a really polished game at the level that a AAA studio does. And so they end up having like, plus obviously increase in wages, increased cost of living. This means that like you have to pay everybody a living salary, and like, you weigh that against like, I think basically 10 years ago or so was whenever it stopped making sense to sell a game and it'd just be that. Like, it was like, oh yeah, we could sell this game. Great. Now we've made, $50 million. That is not enough money to make another game of this level. Like, we have to do something else to continue making money. And that's when like Borderlands starts doing DLC. That's whenever you start like getting add-on packs to stuff. That's whenever freemium starts becoming a thing. And then now, like, I was looking at the sale numbers on gacha games, and gacha games are like making millions of dollars a month. Insane.
Because they already got their audience, right? They put out all these like hot, scantily clad men and women, mostly women, but you got men too.
Yeah, you got a few.
And the thing is, they have a really solid gameplay loop, and people are in it for the story, so they got like a solid little story there, and they do it for free. But the thing that they have against everyone else is they're like, we're gonna keep putting like hotter characters in here, and we're not just gonna sell it to you. You gotta hope that you get it.
Yeah, right? You gotta earn it through luck.
Yeah, you gotta get lucky and you gotta get it. And the thing is like, oh, but if you get someone you don't want, maybe it's a character you didn't have, or maybe like you can destroy that character and it'll give you in-game something or other. I think games would like be fine being more expensive. Fuck, I lost my train of thought. I'm just saying, I'm gonna buy Borderlands 4, right? It's gonna be like $80.
Yeah.
I don't care what fucking Randy Pitchford is saying. Like he's like fucking shitting the bed with opening his mouth.
He is, yes. He
And
constantly is it's like his whole life.
yeah, and I feel like I'm gonna get shit on because oh you bought Borderlands 4, you know what a fucking show. I like the Borderlands and
Yeah.
it's gonna be $80. I mean I can afford. I'm not saying if you want like him, if you want it, you'll find a way, bitch.
You'll find a way.
That's what he said.
I know, God.
And I'm like, Randy, just please stop. Just fucking stop.
People are putting groceries on layaway, Randy. Read the fucking room.
Yeah, no shit. I'm gonna just like the Switch. Like, I'm glad you told me the date because then I could save money and then put that aside to buy it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that, God, don't fucking. And the Nintendo guy, Doug Bowser, did it too.
He did,
He's
yeah.
Like, oh, you can't afford the Switch 2? The Switch 1's right there. Like, oh, Doug, you son of a bitch.
Yeah, Doug, shut up.
I'm gonna buy the Switch 2. Don't fucking do this to me. I'm gonna look like an asshole. Like, I'm not here to grandstand on these companies making prices higher. I like gaming and I like the games I play. Don't be like, oh, you know, if you really want this game, you'll get it somehow. You can't get this, get the one before it. Like, don't make me fucking be the bad guy because I have the funds to afford it, or I've saved up enough money to afford it. Don't make me out to be the bad guy.
Like, if you're gonna come out and talk about the price, talk about why the price is the way that it is. Don't just be like, yeah, pay what we ask you to, cuck. Like, it's shitty. Don't be like, yeah, we've got a bunch of Pay Pig fans that we're gonna make to pay our mommy feet pics. Like, it's fucking terrible.
Yeah, I think they are going about it the wrong way. I feel like even if they don't mean it, just apologize and be like, hey, you know, I'm sorry, it's this much. Like, fucking, I'm not saying get on your hands and knees, but like, you know, be like, hey, I'm sorry, it's this much, but you know, it needs to be this much. Because such and such, we know a lot of people work on the damn games. We know how expensive it is.
Mm-hmm.
The problem with y'all saying that is, a lot of games have come out lately where they're like, oh, fucking a lot of people in the industry, like a lot of people in the company, like 200, 300, more than that, are working on this game, and you know, it needs to be this much.
Mm-hmm.
If the game is good, like a lot of games have come out like
this
year,
like Marathon Concord.
Fucking Marathon and Concord. Like, don't get on your high horse and then fucking let the horse shit on us with your damn games. Like, what the, like, don't be like, hey, you know, sorry, and then we get the game and it's shit. We already bought it, and then you're like, sorry, you can't return it. Like, what the fuck, dude? Like, Marathon looks like trash. Even when I saw the first trailer, I'm like, this game doesn't look great.
Mm-hmm.
And Concord, I never thought that looked great. Like, stupid fucking people aside saying these characters look like shit. They did look like shit.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like them, but I liked like two characters that I kind of wanted to play. Can't do that anymore. The game sucked ass. It sucked so bad it got fucking PlayStation blasted off the face of the earth. They just closed the Sony just closed the company that's making the Black Panther game.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, which makes it even more funny that they had that Black Panther and Captain America fight scene in the Unreal trailer. I'm like, is this from that game? Because
yeah, they're like, well, we couldn't use this there, so I guess.
I mean, the graphics look good, but fuck, dude, that has to be like a knife in the back to like not the back, like in the gut, knife in the gut to the people who are like working on that game, but now it's fucking canceled, and then people see it in a trailer.
Like, hey, what the fuck?
Yeah, like I would feel more sympathetic for companies doing that. But, like, you have these small indie companies putting out fucking banger after banger with small teams. And people have been saying it for years. Like, we don't need these, like, fucking realistic human-looking games, like, for the game to be fun. Like, you can... And we've talked about it before. You can have your company work on, like, the one realistic game, but then have your company like branch off to make smaller like AA games to like pick up your profits, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like I've had more fun with like indies this year than I have with like any game that has come out like from big studios. I had so much fun with Clair Obscur. Like it's wild to me that I got to play it for free.
Yeah.
On Game Pass, and it's wild to me like that it was like ex Ubisoft employees that are just like, well, we want to make this game, but if we you know we would have put it up to Ubisoft, they would have changed the whole thing, and it probably would have been not green light. Like it's wild that companies aren't taking what's it called they're going the safe route. They're not taking any chances, which really sucks.
Yeah, I mean, that's the state for Hollywood too, right? It's like, everybody is surprised that Sinners did really well in the theaters because it's like an original movie based on like an original idea. It was a pretty high budget thing, and it got made and it got enough people to like go to the theaters that like it worked out. But like you don't get movies like that often. Like, you know, fucking Mickey 17 was supposed to be like a pretty good movie. Fucking people just don't go to the theaters anymore, and it's like it's a weird it's a weird time in both of those industries because you have like everything is competing with your attention on the internet now. And so it's like, well, do I want to like play a game or do I want to like open up my freemium bullshit little farm boy game and be like, oh, I'm gonna harvest my crops now, and oh, can't do anything until tomorrow. Guess I'm done.
Yeah, and then you close it and open up the next one.
Yeah, you open up fucking Cookie Run Kingdom. You're like, oh, gotta get my cookies in order. Hold on.
I already did all I could do in Genshin. Better close it and play Zenless.
Yeah, that's right.
Better finish that. Better open up Honkai
Star Rail. Yeah. I got some pulls that I gotta do over in this game. Hey, hold on.
Yeah, exactly. Like, what's the point of playing like games like Assassin's Creed? That game failed spectacularly.
Mm-hmm.
Not like failed, but like just in general, like no one's really talking about it anymore outside of the controversies they had.
Yeah.
Like, even people that were talking about the controversy saying like the game is just
Mm-hmm.
like the game's just okay. It's nothing, like the story is nothing. The story is kind of dumb.
Mm-hmm.
And it just doesn't do anything different. Assassin's Creed's not changing the game. Like, why would you bet your company on that game when Assassin's Creed hasn't really changed anything? Like, they said it felt just like Valhalla.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that game was kind of mediocre too.
Yeah.
Why would I get hyped for a game like that? I haven't liked Assassin's Creed in a long time. I don't want to buy that game. Like, give us something new. And like, I know Hogwarts Legacy was another controversial title,
Mm-hmm.
but like that game did really well. Like, besides, it's because people like Harry Potter a lot, and for all the people bitching and moaning about not playing the game because of what's her stupid bitch ass face,
Mm-hmm.
we get it. She's an asshole, but the game really looks fun,
Mm-hmm.
and people wanted to play it because of Harry Potter fans. Like, do something different. Like, give us like these new things. I don't want to play another FPS that's going to be outdated in a year. I want to play like a fun RPG, something story driven. Like, I want to do something fun. I don't want to play another fucking Fortnite clone. I don't want to play another Call of Duty clone.
Yeah.
Like, there's so many gotchas already. I don't want to play another one. Give me something fun.
The thing is, a really weird thing happened also while we were gone. Kingdom Hearts 4 got, I think, 5 new screenshots, 10 new screenshots, something like that. But they also announced that the mobile game was being canceled.
Yeah.
And
that was.
I watched a stream from somebody who's like, he's a Kingdom Hearts creator. Like, he is a huge fan. He said that he was out at dinner and he got a notification because he has notifications turned on for like any Kingdom Hearts news. And he was like, oh shit. And he was in the alpha for the mobile game. So he played it. He was like, I played it a lot. I played it like a lot, and I really liked it. And I'm really mad that they're not going to release it. He's like, there's a bunch of story stuff that I liked. There's like one like track in particular from it that I thought was like a really good piece of music. The gameplay loop was fine. He said it was decently fun. And the whole problem is that like it's what it seems like from the outside is that specifically for Kingdom Hearts properties, what they're doing is they're like, this thing is popular. Make that thing, but Kingdom Hearts. And it takes like a few years to make it. And then by the time that happens, like things have like moved on or like things have changed. And so what's popular now is not what was popular then. So like what they'll end up doing, because they had Kingdom Hearts Cross on mobile.
Yeah.
And player count went crazy after Kingdom Hearts 3 was released, because they were like, wow, this thing came out, this like new part of the story, a lot of people were in it, and then after about a month it dropped right back down to where it was. Like it had 20,000 active players a month, like not very many, and then they came out with like the last part of the story had a dip or a rise, and then another dip, and then like it tapered off and eventually died. And it seems like a lot of the ideas of people that are like, we have to, like, we're a business, we have to make money. They're like, well, Pokemon Go made money. Let's make Kingdom Hearts Pokemon Go. And so they did that. And then while they're working on it, they're like, actually, this is bad. Fuck this. Like, actually, let's do something else, because we clearly don't know what we're doing here.
I think more companies are coming to the realization that they have to change, because just doing the same thing over and over again is not working.
Yeah.
And I think maybe it's for the better for the game industry, because indies right now are the strongest they've ever been.
Mm-hmm.
And like AA games are like going hard. People are going back and playing their fucking libraries of games that they have, which is great. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I can go back and play games that are in my library that I want to play. Then again, like I'm saying, getting Game Pass and like PS Plus is great too, because I don't have to buy a game. I just have to, if they have the game that I want to play that month, then I'll do it.
Yeah.
And if not, then I'll just go back and play a game that I haven't played before.
Yep.
I've been playing Dead Island 2, and I just beat it, and I'm going through the DLC. I played it before, but I never played the DLCs.
Mm.
And they give it to me for free, and I mean, it's great. I don't see a need to like. What's even coming out really right now? Besides the Switch, not the Switch 2.
Yeah, besides the Switch 2 games.
Yeah, Borderlands 2 is coming out later this year, and I'm gonna get it for sure. But like, in those couple of months, what's coming out? Like that.
Oh,
that
man.
has people chomping at the bit.
Let's see. Deltarune.
Yeah, but that's coming out tomorrow with the Switch 2. Or yeah, it's coming out with the Switch 2.
Let's see. Oh my god, so many of these are just like Fortnite, but Switch 2. Stupid. Let's see. July. The new Metal Gear, the Metal Gear Solid remake, Metal Gear Solid Delta.
See, yeah, but that's a remake of an already established good game.
Looks like
something new.
Shinobi game. There's a new Shinobi game, I guess.
Yeah, but see, that's not like AAA. It just it looks almost like an indie AA game from like a big company. So that game looks really good.
Mm-hmm. Ghost of Yote is coming out this year.
Yeah, Ghost of Yote, but I'm not gonna play that.
Borderlands 4.
Ghost of Yote is a game that you're gonna play on.
Yeah, I am now. I finally played Ghost of Tsushima and was like, aha, I get it. Okay.
I get it now.
Have you played Ghost of Tsushima?
No, I could if I wanted to.
So, spoilers for Ghost of Tsushima. I have some fucking complaints. It was a great, beautiful game. I really liked playing it. Basically, you live on this island in Japan, and then the Mongols invade. and they kill almost all the samurai, and you're like one of the only ones that survives, and now you're like, I'm a samurai, I'm like honorable, I go in and fight them like face to face, and then like the person who saves you is like, yeah, that's fucking stupid. There's so many of them, like they're not playing by the rules. Why are you playing by the rules? And you're like, yeah, fine. And so you start sneaking around like Solid Snake and fucking stabbing them and shit.
They have to get in a line so that way we can fight one.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, you start like sneaking around and fucking cutting throats and shit, and people were like, wow, you're badass. But your uncle is like a samurai, and he's like, yeah, you gotta knock that shit off, because like we're samurais, okay? So like we're supposed to, like, we're going in with honor.
We're not ninjas.
And the whole plot gets you to like, again, spoilers for this game. The second half of the game, you go to fight the guy, like the Khan, and he like releases a bunch of like flaming horses on you, and like blows up a bridge and kills a bunch of people, and then you're like, wow, in order to get over to him, we have to rebuild the bridge. And your uncle is like, well, we're just going to have to put a bunch of people on it and just like have them rebuild the bridge and have shields up and hope that they don't shoot enough of us. And we're eventually going to get him. And then we're going to go fucking kill him. And you're like, hey, what if instead we just like, I sneak in there and I fucking poison him? What about that? And he's like, you can't poison them. Are you fucking crazy? And he's like, oh, yeah. Yeah, so the better idea is you're just going to, like, kill 400 people to build a bridge so you could go in there and sword fight him. Yeah, no. Cool idea, uncle, dipshit.
He's
and
like,
so...
yes, that's honorable.
So you go in, and you poison everybody. And then your uncle's like, what did you do? And he puts you in jail, and then you get free. And like, after you escape, you're like riding your horse and trying to escape. And then your uncle's men kill your fucking horse, and you ride your horse to death and you bury him. It's fucking super sad. And then the end of the game, you like launch this, like you're exiled. Like you were like, the Shogun is like, he needs to be captured and murdered. He is no samurai of mine. At the end of the game, you fight your uncle again, and then your uncle like if you like, once you win, your uncle's like, yeah, fucking kill me, pussy, I have some honor and kill me, this was a duel. And you could be like of course I was like, no, I'm not gonna kill you. And he's like, I have no honor, uncle, you're a slave to yours and I have no honor, so I'm not gonna kill you. And he's like, God, you're such a little bitch.
You son of a bitch.
So like, I like the game a lot, but about a quarter of the way through, I got good enough at the game that I stopped sneaking around, and I was like, you know what? I'm role-playing this as a man who's like, I am filled with so much rage at these Mongolians that I have now got carte blanche to just murder all of them. And I just thought, I realized this like last week. I was playing him like the Slayer in Doom. I'm like rocking up to camps and I'm like, bring your strongest warrior, I'll fucking kill him right now. And just like beating the shit out of people with my sword. And like, I'm not using poison, I'm not using sneak tactics, I'm showing up and murdering them. Straight up murdering them. And I'm like, I was mad that they made me poison them, because I was like, no, I will just rock up and kill 400 of them by myself with a sword. I swear to you I will. Let me do that. And they're like, nah, can't do it because it doesn't make sense as far as like the story goes. And I'm like, yeah, but like, I'm very strong, so...
Yeah, but what if I did?
Yeah, hey, wouldn't that be cool?
I think it'd be cool. I think that would be a cool alternate ending. Right, I don't know if that's like near the end of the game, but like you go there and just you yourself kill the entire army, and they're like, well, that's the threat, and then they put you in jail and the game ends.
Yeah. Or like you never poison them, and you're like, all right, everybody stand back, and then it's just you one-man armying around all of like this island, just fucking and they're like, okay, Gene left and he came back 13 days later, I mean dripping with blood, and he's like, it is done, they're all dead. Fucking declare his ass the Shogun, okay? He did everything.
He saved us all. He did what you couldn't do, Uncle. Just so good. Beans. God damn it. I think that'd be cool. Yeah, it wouldn't be great story wise because you're basically just doing Devil May Cry at that point. But I think it'd be fun. I think giving the players the option would have been fun.
Yeah.
If you did it and you beat all of them, like it was like 400 specifically, and you just gauntlet never healing, and you did it, like, and the game ended, would you like start over from that point and finish it the way it wanted you to? Not start over, but like start over at like, I guess that save maybe.
Yeah, if it would have let me, I probably would. Yeah. I probably would have. But like, it was, I mean, a really good game. Like, mechanics are fun. It does get a little repetitive. It does suffer a little bit from open world syndrome, but like, it's like genuinely a really fun game. I did just have trouble marrying the Jin that was on the screen with the Jin that I was cosplaying as the whole time. Cause I swear to you, like, any time that I was in a story mission and they're like, oh, we gotta like sneak up on the Mongols. Like, okay, we're like gonna sneak up on this camp. You know, don't alert them. If there was no in-game consequence for me alerting them, I never would. I would just straight up walk up to them, do a standoff, kill 3 of them, and be like, where are the rest of you? Fucking come here. I'll kill all of you.
Come and fight me. Just, I don't know. It sounds fun, but now we're getting to the Assassin's Creed territory. I'm like, I don't know if I want to do that. Like Ghost of Tsushima, everyone like stands by that game. That's so good. I have no doubt that it's not good. It's just I mean that it's good. I won't play it. I don't know. Something it's just like when I see a specific thing, I'm just like, that game's not for me.
Yeah.
Like I just won't play it. And it has nothing to do with like the developers or like whoever put it out. It's just like I know it's probably cool. I just won't play it because I don't want to.
Yeah, I mean, like if you don't like games like Metal Gear Solid or, like sort of something in that genre where it's like you're sneaking and you're doing like a build and you could spend an hour going through this like one area and being like, I'm going to be, no one's going to notice me and I'm going to like pull off all the kills. And if that's not fun to you, then like, yeah, you wouldn't enjoy it.
That's really funny too, because like I can enjoy that aspect. Like, so I played what is that game? I think it's Far Cry 4.
Yeah,
the one with like the crazy
dude on the beach.
No, the crazy preacher.
Oh, the preacher. Yeah. I think that was 5 actually.
5.
Yeah.
Okay, 5. I played that game a majority of the time sneaking into camps and doing stealth just to get like the better whenever you destroy a camp and you make it yours, you'll get better I don't want to say prizes, you'll get better
like it's a fucking carnival. I'm gonna get that Garfield stuffy now.
You get a better, I don't want, not loot, but like you know what I'm talking about though, right?
Yeah. Yes.
You get a better end thing. So I would go into camps and sneak and kill everyone and not get spotted. And if I got spotted, I would reload
it. Yeah, same.
Yeah, reload it. And I feel like I do that only in like very few games where that game was more of like going guns a-blazing because it's like Far Cry, but it gave me the option of stealth, and I think I think it was more fun to play it that way than just going guns blazing, because I had done that for the previous two,
Mm-hmm.
and I was just like, I'm gonna make this one different, right? So I did it different, and it was just more fun to me that way. But I don't do that for like a majority of the games. Like games, you already know what kind of games I like heavy puzzle games are
Mm-hmm.
not like for me. Like heavy stealth games, like
Mm-hmm.
only stealth games, they're not for me. Like nothing that you do is action, that's not for me. Like walking simulators, not for me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care if the story is fan fucking tastic. I just won't play it because I'll be bored the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
I could probably watch someone talk about the story online because they'll make it interesting, and it'll be like 20 or 30 minutes, but I can't do it myself.
Yeah.
And I think that's fine. It's
Yeah.
just not the genre I like.
I mean,
like I like big open world games. Like I love Final Fantasy Rebirth.
oh yeah, Rebirth was good. I like Ghost of Tsushima it's a lot like Metal Gear Solid 5, if you've ever played that. So like they will give you more rewards for like sneaking around.
That's the word I was looking for.
Rewards, yes. They'll give you more rewards for like sneaking around. However, I did every side quest, like all of them. There was not a single unturned side quest that I didn't do. So I maxed out my level, like even before I finished all the side quests. And that meant that like the bonuses didn't mean anything. I realized that like I was progressing at a rate where I was like, I don't actually need these bonuses. And then I was like, fuck it, I'm not sneaking around anymore. I don't give a shit. And so like I would go in and like sneak for the first 5 minutes if I wanted to. If I'm like, ooh, let me see if like how many I could kill until I get spotted. But then as soon as I get spotted, it's like just fucking go ham. I'm gonna go ape shit on these idiots.
Yeah. That's I don't want to say that's like more my style. I like a game that's upfront with its mechanics and like just let you do whatever. But I don't know. I'd say I'm not like a casual gamer. I'd say I'm an advanced gamer.
Yeah, I've got terminal gamer.
I play like a bunch of everything. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Then something has to like click with me, even if it's a genre I don't like, and I'll play the hell out of it.
I think the like the rest of the games that are coming out for the year that are like sort of that I think you're gonna end up playing are you might play Ghost of Yote. You might. There's Pokemon Legends, which I know you're not gonna play. Borderlands, obviously. And you may end up playing like there's a Terminator game that's coming out. I could see you randomly picking that up for no reason.
The Terminator survival game, right?
Terminator 2D, No Fate.
Yeah. I heard about that, and I'm not big on survival games where you're just put into the world and you just gotta like live, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not big on that. Like, there's one that they're putting out, and I don't remember what the name is, but you're on this big walking Wild West mech, and you have your base on its back, and you're basically like scavenging and building on the back of it, and then like sometimes you'll like you can get off and scavenge yourself while your mech just waits, or a big walker, or like sometimes you have big battles with walkers that are also like walking, and I think that's pretty cool.
That is cool.
I like games with an ending to it, and then if you beat the game, it's just like, all right, now just do what you were doing for
you did it
30 hours but like with no end. Like, that's fun. It just like there's people I know, like James, who will play these never-ending games, like survival games, and that'll just be the game that they play. Like, he plays Ark, and he's just like, I wish he tries to guilt me into it. He's just like, I wish somebody would play with me. I'm like, I don't like that game. I don't like the way it feels, and I don't like just having to like load up the game and be like, all right, I gotta go chop some wood, and I gotta go make a fucking lathe, and I gotta make whatever, and then that's the game. And he's like, oh, well, it has an end game. There's just these bosses that you can fight. I'm like, yeah, but you have to be like terminally online to beat them.
Yeah, and plus, like, what happens after you beat them? You continue playing. Like, there's not an end.
There's no end. He's like, well, there's lore and stuff that you find around. I'm like, big whoop, you have to look for it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, that's not fun to me. That just sounds like busy work. And he's like, yes, one of the new bosses that they put out. He's like, you can't just make like the guns and stuff and go in there and you might win even if you're at max level. No, you have to tame like several dinosaurs, max out their level, and then go in with a group, go in with like other people who also have like the max number of dinosaurs maxed out that you can, and then go at them in waves and fight the monster, or else you're never gonna beat it. You can't solo that game. Hey, beats. And that sounds like a horrid experience.
Yeah, I get that. It's definitely not for everyone. Okay, so there's a number of games that are also coming out that we don't know if they're coming this year or next year. Like Metroid Prime 4, we know is supposed to be coming this year. Let's see, the Outer Worlds 2, Wolf Among Us 2. You wouldn't like Professor Layton, but I'm gonna like Professor Layton.
Yeah.
Kirby's Air Riders, you may be into that.
Maybe. I'm gonna play the Outer Wilds and Metroid.
Silk Song is coming out finally.
I didn't like Hollow Knight.
The Lies of P
yeah.
DLC / new video game.
That was another game I wanted to play. Fucking, I gotta get back into my Pinocchio Twink Boy.
Yeah.
I like that game. Fucking Dustbloods.
Dustbloods, that's supposed to be coming out next year with Fable 4, with the new Onimusha game, with there's a couple of others where it's like we don't know when these are coming out. So like Kingdom Hearts 4 we know is in development, obviously. BioShock 4 is apparently in development.
Kingdom Hearts 4 is just Kingdom Hearts 2 again.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts 4, it'll be out before you die, maybe.
Maybe, and the story won't even be done. I'm gonna be like 50 when that fucking story ends. The story better end in part 4. The story just better fucking end. I'm gonna be so upset if we get 4, we play through it and I have a good time, and then we have to wait another fucking 10 years for fucking Kingdom Hearts 5. I'm gonna be so upset.
No, they won't. That's the thing.
They should at least remaster Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2. Fuck.
I bet they will. That is a really good point. I bet they will.
It's been almost 30 years, and they still haven't.
No
I
way.
wish.
That's no way that's true, right?
Yes way.
Kingdom Hearts 1. When did you come out? Please don't fucking do this to me. 2002. Okay, so it's been 23 years.
I said almost 30 years.
Yeah, if you round up.
It's been almost 30 years. And honestly, like, they're like, they won't even have to like give it the Final Fantasy remake treatment. Just make it a smoother gameplay, update the UI, and update the graphics.
But they already did. That's like Kingdom Hearts HD, like 1.5 HD remix and 2.5 HD remix and 2.8 final story.
Dude, but that looks okay, but like, fine, give it the fucking Final Fantasy 7 treatment.
Yes.
We need the Final Fantasy 9 remake. They keep fucking littering it. They're like, oh, look at these updated arts that we've been putting out for it.
Oh, why would we do this? It's so weird.
It's so weird that we're doing this. Look at this new merchandise we're doing for only Final Fantasy 9. I'm like, dude, either announce that the game and the anime is finally coming out like next year, or fucking stop playing with my emotions. Honestly, right? We already know when, like, everyone's gonna, like, when you announce it, everyone's gonna throw up their hands and be like, fucking finally!
Finally, God!
I want to see how they're doing it. I want to see I feel like I read somewhere or heard somewhere that it's going to be turn-based still. I don't know if that's wrong or if they're taking forever if they're going to do the Final Fantasy VII treatment and let it be that type of gameplay.
Yeah.
Because Square Enix is moving more towards the ARPG, right?
Yep.
So either way, that's gonna be like, oh man, and that game's longer than 7.
It is.
If they cut it up into pieces, I'm gonna be very upset. I'm gonna be really upset.
So
I'm gonna be livid.
I am gonna bet that they are going to have to cut it up into pieces. Because there's not enough room on like to be able to put the whole map together. Like I think that's going to be their excuse. Is like, listen, we want to do the whole game, but it's just taking fucking forever, dude. Games used to be easy to make.
Couple of polygons on a computer, bam.
You get one painted background, you get that mileage out for years.
Dude, they're gonna yeah. I bet they'd probably cut it up into two pieces, right? Because disc 1 and 2 are basically on the same continent.
Mm-hmm.
And you're all doing like the same thing. And then that's disc 3 is when it kind of opens up to
you do the new continent, and then 4 is like you go around the whole world.
And you go into space. I think disc 1 and 2 could reasonably be one game, and disc 3 and 4 could be the last part, and I'd be okay with that. And my only thing is,
that's what I thought. You don't go into fucking space in Final Fantasy 9.
What are you talking about?
You don't go into space.
When you get on Garland's ship, he's not out in space.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought he was just like sitting out there like the mothership.
No.
All right, well that's my fault.
I was like, what are you fucking talking about?
I swear when you get on Garland's ship, I thought he like put you I don't know why I thought like you get on the ship and like it teleports you to like up into space, but it's not. I'm wrong. I'm stupid. Don't listen to me.
Don't listen to me.
I'm not a fake fan. I've beat that game like so many times already, and I bought it when it first came out, and it's there on my shelf. I'm looking at it right now.
Hell yeah!
It's like it's one of my favorite games. But going back to what I said. Disc 1 and 2 can feasibly be made into one game because it's all on the same continent. Everything moves pretty fast. Everything moves really fast in Disc 1 and Disc 2. Disc 3 and 4 would probably have to be its own game because then shit's getting like wild. You're on airships at that point.
True.
So I think that would benefit. I'd be okay with that game because they'd probably just be 2 years apart.
Maybe.
In Final Fantasy 9 on Disc 1, I mean, you can get a chocobo and you can like run on the water, but not like out in the ocean. I wonder. Now I'm like I'm excited, right? Because I'm like, what mini games are they gonna bring back?
Oh yeah.
What new mini games are they gonna put in there? Are they gonna remaster all of Triple Triad or whatever that game was?
Yes, Triple Triad was fucking good.
Are they gonna redo that game? Are they gonna have the Chocobo mini quest where you gotta dig the fucking earth in that one section?
Hell yeah! Quit!
I fucking hate that. Are they gonna have the special enemies that you give ore to? Are they gonna have the ragtime guy?
Oh yeah, ragtime man. Yeah.
Yeah, ragtime man. Are you gonna have to collect the Zodiac pieces and give them to the bird lady in Trino? Are the card tournaments like they have to remaster Triple Triad because card tournament was like story exclusive.
Yeah, I mean I know that they have to do it. Also, because if you look at what they did with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, Queen's Blood wasn't fucking part of anything. They're just like, just put some shit in there. Who cares?
Dude, Queen's Blood was like literally one of my favorite parts of 7.
Me too. I love playing Queen's Blood.
I'm so upset that they didn't make it like into a physical thing.
Yeah.
I'm pretty mad about it. But
I'm actually.
I could see people playing that at cons.
Yeah.
And I'd love to have that Queen's Blood board just right here on my table, because I've been making my table like my kind of like my little nerd sanctuary.
Yeah.
But I would love that Queen's Blood fucking table and have a deck of Queen's Blood. It would be so cool. But like in 9, like I'm like, how would combat like work? I mean, just like 7, but like there's more magic and stuff. Like there's no guns.
Mm-hmm.
Like people would have to jump around more because like there's like flying enemies too.
Yeah.
So like Zidane has daggers. Garnet has her staff who does like healing. Is she gonna be like Aerith and just like? Well, I guess she already did shoot like energy balls with some of her rackets. Are they gonna keep the leveling up system the same in 9 like it was in the original game, or are they gonna do something like 7 where each weapon has like its own tree?
Yeah, I imagine it has to, right? Like it's got to have its own like tree leveling system.
I just wish they would. I don't even care if they show us a trailer like right now. I want to know these details, right?
Mm-hmm.
I show me like some updated models. You know what? I'm saying all of this stuff about Final Fantasy 9, but the state of play is this week.
It's true.
What if on Thursday, we get a Final Fantasy 9? Just a little teaser. You get a. Oh man, what would the teaser be? Like in 7, the most iconic thing they showed is Cloud jumping off the train.
Yeah.
So like, oh shit. Okay, so I'm gonna pitch you what I think the teaser should be, and I want you to pitch me. Okay. I think it should be. I think it should be like just you see like the waves like, like crushing like in the original cutscene, and then you see the Garnet's mom holding the 2 kids, and then like it opens up to like the ship. It's basically like the opening cutscene. I think they should just show kind of like parts of the opening cutscene, and then they show Garnet crying like in her dress and stuff, and then it like fades to black, and then you hear footsteps, and then you see Zidane's new model turning on the candle where when you're at the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
And then you hear his voice saying the lines, and then it cuts to the title card of Final Fantasy 9.
Pretty good.
I would be ecstatic. And then after the title card fades out, it shows Vivi walking in the city.
So here's what I think. I think they could do a pretty good job of having like a 2-minute trailer in which they fake you out for about 1.5 minutes. So they start off with like, guy in a cloak going through a castle, fucking, and like, it's slowly like as he's like, doing this like monologue, he's like looking out at the moon and like looking back to the castle, and then you slowly realize like, oh, he's on a stage. Oh, this is like a dude on a stage. Okay. And then slowly like he looks back out to the audience, and you can kind of like, you see the audience, and then you could see like, if you're very observant, you could see fucking Vivi out in the crowd. And then fucking that's whenever some shit starts popping off. Like they're like, oh, like, I come to me, my princess. And then that's the part where like Princess Garnet and Steiner and fucking Zidane all show up on the stage, and they're like, and you're like, oh, fuck!
Oh my god, that would be so good. And then it ends with like what is the name of that song? It's like Samba de Flamingo.
Yeah.
like sword fighting, and it's like
fucking 100 out of 100 nobles were impressed with your trailer.
Oh my god! Oh, fuck, that's so good. Oh god, I'm getting like really emotional, like thinking about it because I want it.
And now it's not gonna happen, and you're gonna be so sad.
I want them to do something like that. Like fuck
something.
And I think they did the smart thing here, right? They did 7 and they skipped 8. They're like, nope, not touching that. And they're like 9 was like everyone's like like either favorite or second favorite. And they're doing that. I just want them to announce it, even if they saying it's not coming out till like maybe next year or the year after.
Yeah,
I want it. Like, how hype were we podcasting when they announced 7 remake, when they just like announced it?
No,
I feel like, but you remember watching it and like how like fucking you felt watching when they, not even just a teaser where he jumps off the train, but when they first announced like the combat, and then discussing it and being like, what the fuck? How are you gonna do this? Like I want to be there again, right? I want to get into. I'm like, well, what does this mean for the story? Like, how are you gonna do this? How are you gonna fight these enemies? What are you gonna do here? Like switching characters, because this is now different because 9 had a 4-character party. So now are you gonna have more? How is stealing gonna go into effect?
Yeah,
because that's Zidane's whole shtick, and that's how you get like a lot of like your important weapons is stealing. So like, oh man,
yeah,
I'm getting mad. I'm angry.
Before we go, I will say I do remember whenever they announced Final Fantasy VII Remake, because I was at E3. That was the only E3 I ever went to, and I was in the room when they announced it. And I remember being incredulous because I'm live tweeting, by the way. Like, this is my job at E3 was like, I have to live tweet this for the org that I was working for. And so like, I'm live tweeting it, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh yeah, this like trailer comes on, and I'm sitting in the press area, by the way. So like they have an area for fans, and they've got like press that are like up. This was in a hockey arena, I think. And so like the main stage was in the middle, and then they had like on the two sides were like press and I think other media. Like I think there was like games media like us and then traditional media, and then fans were on the floor. And so I'm like the trailer starts going, and because it doesn't give you it doesn't tell you right out that it's fucking Final Fantasy until like you see Cloud walk past the camera. And as soon as that happened, I am standing up and fucking screaming. Like you could hear me on the live stream screaming. And I remember like I did that, and I looked around at all the other people. Every other person was writing. They were all writing for their fucking little media outlet blogs, and I'm like, be excited, shitheads!
You're just like, you're fucking picking the guy up. Fuck, I was so ecstatic. And I think the people get most excited like you see Cloud walking, but then you hear the fucking the beautiful like remastered music kick in, and then you like once you realize it, like your heart fucking explodes, right?
Yeah,
like you're just like, oh fuck, like it's almost like, you know how those people pass out when they get on like very dangerous rides. It feels like that. You get such a rush. Like I get that rush of dopamine seeing the thing I really love, and I don't know what to do with myself. Fuck it, I'm Ricky Bobby. I don't know what to do with my hands. Like, that's how it's gonna be, dude.
Yeah.
And I just want that feeling again, because nothing coming out is making me feel that way. And I think 9 will make me feel that way. And that's such a good feeling to have.
So let me show you. God, we're gonna run late, and it's fine. Luckily. Here, I'm gonna put this over here. Okay, live screen. Here we go. So this is the trailer for Final Fantasy VII at E3 2015.
I thought you were just gonna pull up a trailer for 9.
Oh yeah, sorry. No, they released it while we were podcasting, so like, don't worry about it.
Wouldn't that be fucking?
So this, like, we're not going to be able to do any like audio or anything, but again, like, it starts off and it's very generic. It's just like, well,
Yeah.
you know, long ago we looked at a foreboding sky, and you're like, okay, sure, like, okay, I like, this could be anything. Like, at this point, there's a train. I know there's a train. Somebody is on a. They make a point of not showing you what that slide was. You see the green glow, and you're like, oh, that could be something. Wait a second, there's this city. This kind of looks like something is happening. I don't know. Like, I don't want to get my hopes up, because at this point, they had released that tech demo and had been like, we're not planning on doing a remake. Like, this happens, and you're like, okay, the flowers, that's something, right? Perhaps that's wishful thinking. And like, while they're narrating, you're like, oh, fuck, he's me. And then it starts panning down. You see the green. Things are beginning to stir. The reunion at hand may bring joy. And I went, oh.
You're just in your chair.
Yeah. Then then Barrett walks by. You see fucking Cloud, and I'm like, I'm screaming at this point on the fucking live stream. Amazing.
God, I remember this. Oh fuck, dude. This trailer got me so goddamn hyped.
Especially because and then it says remake. It just says remake because like even after all of that, like a 95% chance this is a Final Fantasy VII remake. Another 5% they're like the Final Fantasy VII movie, and you're like, fuck, I just want a remake, idiots, give me that.
I think they learned from their PS3 tech demo.
Mm-hmm.
They can't do that. They can't do it a second time. They don't have the balls to do it a second time.
I'm glad they don't, because it crushed me.
They're like, this is just a tech demo. We're not really making it, but look how good it would look, right? And I honestly, I think we've talked about this before, but I think it was better that they didn't do it then, because it would have been a straight like turn-based remake.
Yeah. Yep.
Like it was right now.
Yep. And the incarnation that it is now is exactly what it should be, and it's great, and I love it. And we have to go.
We do have to go. I know we got caught up. I'm sorry.
So listen, everybody, thank you for joining us again. I appreciate that you're here. If you're listening to this live, then congratulations, you're already here. If not, you could listen to this live. We go live anywhere between 0 and 2 times a week on our Twitch page at twitch.tv/GoGetUsPod. You can listen to the audio version of this podcast. It comes out every Wednesday at 3 a.m. Pacific time, something. That way you can listen to it on your way to work. You can also catch the VOD of this stream on our YouTube channel to youtube.com/@GoGetUsPodcast. That's where you can also catch our shorts, which are always good. They're always bangers. And you can also catch those on TikTok and our Instagram. So go catch them all.
Yeah, Ash, go catch them. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to get your best nondescript cloak. I want you to get your band of friends together and drive to your local castle. And I want you to kidnap the princess.
Mm-hmm.
Because she would make a good a bargaining chip to the corrupt kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
And once you get her and you find out that there's a ploy on her life because she is an ancient summoner who has all the summons, I want you to take her to the end of the world and go get her.
Go get her. Damn, that's oddly specific.
You just came to me, Colby.
Could be anything.
And it was still a crime.
Yeah, and it definitely still is a crime. Like kidnapping. The thing is, this is what they don't tell you. Most RPGs, when you like kidnap somebody, but it turns out to be a good thing, still a crime up until the end of the great game. You're still illegal, actually.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, And a lot of RPGs, you don't start out as like the good guy.
Yeah.
Cloud, I mean, they're terrorists.
They are terrorists all the way through, by the way.
All the way through. I mean, it turns out that they were right.
Yeah, they're right, but like still.
Hey, yeah, look, what they were doing was correct, but at the time, like, not everyone knew the whole thing. Like, it still was bad. Final Fantasy IX, I think Zidane didn't know that what he was doing was the right thing.
No.
But what's his name did? The fucking big guy. He knew.
Yeah.
You know, I think the best JRPGs is when you're a criminal, right? Persona 4, aren't you a criminal?
Probably.
Five.
That's
you know,
they
Persona
both
5
sound.
Royale.
I think they're both criminal havens.
He has a gun and his name is Joker.
That's all the evidence I need, honestly.
If you have a gun, you're a bad guy. I don't make the rules.
Just how it happens.
That's just how it works.
Bye.